As you may know, we've been trying here to periodically answer reader questions that have arisen during the coronavirus crisis. And here's a question that came in from a reader this week. When will those N95 masks, the ones that medical professionals wear to protect themselves from the virus, when will those be more available to those of us in the general public to wear? Well, it's hard to know when exactly you or I might be able to get more masks, but it is possible to explain why they're not more readily available. My colleague Nathaniel Taplin wrote a good column for us this week that helped provide the answer. And part of that answer is that there's been an underinvestment in the U.S. in planning for a pandemic for years. But a big part of the answer is the fact the U.S. is now reliant on a global supply chain, which has been disrupted during this crisis. 85% of global medical mass production capacity is in China, according to Morgan Stanley. And China is also a major producer of the polypropylene fibers that filter out dust and pathogens in the N95 masks. In 2018, in fact, China was the single largest exporter of the fabrics that contain that fiber. The U.S. makes it itself, of course, but it's also the world's largest importer of that fabric. Now, as you'd expect, there's been a surge in demand for both masks and materials during this crisis. The U.S. has limited ability to produce masks for itself. In fact, the Department of Health and Human Services said in early March that the U.S. has only about 1% of the medical masks it would need to combat a year-long epidemic. So bottom line, don't expect too many of those masks to be available for civilians anytime soon.